So yeah, I've got to go and see the scrap man today. I'm going to price a couple of jobs in Oxford City Centre, so there's a scrapyard there that I use regularly. I say regularly, it's probably 3 times a year because I don't get that much scrap, to be fair. Any bits I just put in the normal skips or bins, and then if you've got a rewire you can strip a load of stuff out. And obviously being a plumber, I'll get a lot of pipe work and stuff, and old tanks and that, so we're going to take them. No, I'm joking, I'm not a plumber. Yeah, so I've got a couple of bags of scrap. I'll show you what I've got. I'll bag it up, I'll put it on the screen now, you can have a look. We'll do a little guess, there's a couple of taps and bits and bobs, so give me a guess what you think before the end of the video, and I'll let you know what we actually got for that scrap. And we've got some jobs to finish, so let's crack on. Bloody hell, whew. I'm out of breath. I took the 100 metres back to the van, parked in the centre of Oxford, and there's no parking, so you've got to sort of dodge the traffic wardens. So I just went to look at a quick job. The customers put LED MR16 lamps with transformers, and they're flickering like mad, so I just quoted to swap those out for 4 new integrated dimmable LED lights, and he wants a dimmer switch putting on. Putting on the luckily it's got a light switch, but I assume that the back box isn't deep enough, so I've assumed I need to change the back box. And he also wants a socket putting out the front of his house, so that's one little job I've just looked at. I'm now going to nip round the scrap yard, and we'll see what we get for this cable, and then we'll go on the other job, and I'll be able to get you some footage on that job, hopefully. So I've been to the scrap yard, and I've got the paper here. Armoured cable, I had 2 kilograms. It's a tiny offcut of a 16mm. Brass mix was the 2 taps. I had 3 kilograms, and I had 52 kilograms of household cable. So I'll leave a little drum roll now. Boom. Hopefully that worked. I don't know. Yeah. So what do you think? Leave your answers down below. I'll just cover anything that I don't want to show you. That's fine. So that's how much we got from the scrapyard. 53.50. And that might be a good thumbnail, mightn't it? Look, just in the video there for you. Yeah, £53.50. So is it worth it? It is worth it. If you know you're going that way, you may as well get rid of it and scrap it and put it back to good use. So that will obviously go on a boat now from Southampton to China, and they'll make stuff do with it, and they make other cables, etc. So I'm now going to go to my final job of the day. It is now 1:20. I'll see you back in a minute. So I have an LAP box sat here because a light has failed on one of my jobs. Let's take you in and have a look. So failed LED light, only half of it is lighting up, so I'm going to replace the whole lot. Okay, as you saw there, that this light is the light I fitted on the rewire I recently did in the loft, and half the light had gone faulty, only half was working, so they must have one driver or 2 drivers, I'm not sure. I'm not taking it apart because I'll just take this back to Screwfix, but they've obviously got LED tape one side, LED tape the other side, and one half had just stopped working, but one was working, so effectively only half the light is working. Better than a tube light where the whole thing goes. So that's now replaced, that's all working, so I can take that back. So here we are. What I've got to do to finish is change this for a 2-gang switch with a dimmer. So one will do the lights on a dimmer, and the other one is going to control the fan isolator, control the fan. I've got to connect this spur up here, which powered off a local ring, which does the summer element on the towel rail there. I've also got to put an LED mirror up and the extractor fan. So yeah, a little walk around for you. Been a nice little job. Plumbers just sort of got on with it, I've got on with it, but it's painters coming in after, so yeah. Tell you what, I was working, just connecting this up, and I'm on my knees. They're killing me. I was working yesterday doing a floor in the loft, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram. But my knees are killing me, and I had a bit of foam, but it's just not done anything. So any recommendations on gel knee pads or something? I don't really wear trousers. I like to wear shorts, so it's going to have to be the ones that go over the top of the knees, because I don't wear those trousers because they always, because I'm short, they always end up like shin pads. They end up down here, so it's pretty pointless, those ones for me, the slip-ins. But yeah, I'm just trying to kneel to connect this towel rail up, and it's my knees are absolutely killing me. So any suggestions, stick them below, please. Some might say a little bit overkill, but we've got the ferrule with a fly lead there, and I'm obviously doubling this up because it's just got one connection. It's going to be a connection plate with that. Okay. I just actually read a comment on a video. Somebody said, it's on a consuming it video I did, and somebody's saying we don't need to fit IP fire rated grommets and SPDs. Okay, if you're saying you don't have to do that, but why not go above and beyond the call of duty sometimes and just do it anyway? It just looks good, and you know, just like this does look good. I didn't used to do this, but I've taken comments on board and I want to improve, so this is why I'm now improving my work and how I do things. So if the next guy comes in, he might say, wow, look, yeah, he's flagged all his sockets up, bent those lugs down, great, you know, he's done a good job. So you just got to try your best, really. There's always going to be people that are going to want to slag you off and do better than you, but just using some ferrule crimps on the flex there, just looks a lot better than the just the flex doubled over, because you always get them little bits that always hang out the top there, don't you? So it looks better. Just going to connect this up now. I'm not worried about painting, the painter's doing that, so it's nothing to do with me, so I'll just screw that back and forget about it now. So screwed back, not fully, as you can see, because I've got to take this off to do an earth loop reading here, an R1, R2 here. I'll do one at the socket out there, but I'll also do one here. Next little job I'm going to jump on is a little expel air with the overland timer. I do actually like the look of these ones. I've never had trouble with expel air or vent axia. You can get it out the box. Yeah, so they have a nice little cover, and then rather than seeing the horrible grill, the air gets sucked through the sides and it vents out. And I've also put a brown grill on the outside with a backdraft. Everyone always moans about the draft, so I've put a backdraft vent on it. I just fit them as standard now. To be honest, I just can't bother to go back and fit a vent on a fan that I've already finished, so that's what I fit now. So I'm just coming to fit this fan. There's a couple of tiny problems. As you can see, I've marked where I want to fix my holes, but it isn't straight with the tiling. You can't see it on camera, but it's ever so slightly off. So what I'm going to do is, rather than go with what my level's saying, which is bang on, I'm going to have to put it with the tile line because it's going to look strange. I think the tiler, he does use like a laser level, but look, it's slightly out, but I'll go with the tile and we'll see what he looks like. So the way I've drilled that is with a normal SDS drill bit with the drill off of hammer. So don't hammer it because you'll just crack the tile. So let it bite, it will just bite and then it will just push through. These are ceramics, porcelains are hard. These aren't too bad, so you can use a normal SDS bit. Okay. So ridiculous little cable gripper that you can't actually fit the double insulation into, and then you need to bring the earth back that way anyway. So I've put it on the single insulation. Yeah, you're going to moan, but hey ho, it's all flagged up. I'm going to use the brown as the permanent and the black as the switch line brown. Okay. Okay. Job's a good one. So that's IPX5, 5X, X5, whatever you want to call it. Zone 1, that's perfectly acceptable, okay? Okay. I picked up this very light, I ordered it, it came the other day, this very light grid dimmer stuff, because MK is ridiculously expensive. It's like 35 quid just for the dimmer module, whereas this is more sort of evenly priced in my eyes. The only thing I don't like is that's metal and these are plastic. I will show it you when I've fitted it. You can clearly see that the colour's different. I notice it, will the client notice it? I don't know, but that's how it comes. So if you ever noticed problems with this before, I have definitely seen the colour variation in this. Quite a nice mirror actually, comes with the fixing bracket, so it's round, so we haven't got to square it off with anything. As long as you get that bracket straight, which is here. So the little aluminium bracket goes on the wall, like so. There's my one fixing, two fixing. That'll just fix on there and then he just slides on. Nice and easy peasy. Mirror is up, round mirror. You have to get that bracket straight because this button will sit sort of canked. Otherwise, repping the uni light again. What would we do about these, eh? I've ordered another one. So circuits are. So I've got to give them a good clean first because her husband, I believe her husband had part in building this bathroom part. Unfortunately, he's now passed away, so we want to keep these as a little bit of a memento. So these are going back in. I'm going to clean them up. Both wall lights are now up. Nothing's on yet. That was an absolute pain in the bum. It's got two little screws that put it up, but they're 7.5 inches. 7.5 inches. And then I'm mounting a surface pattress with a shaver socket in there. These are permanently fed. These are permanently fed because they have their own switches on, okay? All I've got to do now is, there was a fix in there, so I've just got to buzz that one in. As long as it's level. Yeah, that's good to go. Where would we be without these guys, eh? Alex, top lad at Unilight. Yeah, so that box is going to mount on there, like that. And then we've got a deep box for that. And I'm hoping there's enough depth for her to plug a toothbrush in and shut the cupboard door, but we'll test that in a minute. So I'm just getting my grid system fitted. As you can see there, we got the blues. They're black, so I flagged up blue because they're old and new colours. They're the neutrals. This literally goes up to this fan isolator and then jumps to the fan, which is, you just saw me connect, so that was the black flagged up. That's the brown. I've put a little flag on there because there's a tiny little nick. Let me just show you. On the cable, which I wasn't happy about, that isn't broke the copper, but I just thought I'd double sleeve it just in case. Okay. I think what happened is when I put this cable in and put the old switch back on, I might have just nicked it with the screw this side, but is what it is. I'll show you everything on this channel. So I've got so many permanent lives here. I'm going to put them in a Wago with the fan permanent live, and then bring one brown out to loop between the two switches, which will be one dimmer switch and then one switch to just activate the fan. I'll do that on all my jobs now. I'll put a separate switch in for the fan because a lot of clients, they want to go in the bathroom, they don't like the hassle of fan. You have got that there, but that gets annoying, so at least you've got the option of it being here. Okay, so I'll connect this up and I'll show you it. Potentially all working, then I've just got to get on with this and then a bit of testing. Right, grid switches in. That is so fiddly. You have to make sure that every cable, so you need a 35 minimum back box for these, so nothing is behind this switch. So I've had to drive all the cables over and behind here. So behind here I've got a Wago with the neutrals and a Wago with the lives, then the switch. But that's really deep, that dimmer, because this flat plate, it's all lost in the box rather than the front. Okay, I'm just going to test this, get it on. And I'll show you the end result of this. Getting late now, 6:30, but dimmer. It's nice. It's quite nice, isn't it? Oh. Fan isolator is on. Fan doesn't come on. Switch activates the fan. And then even if you turn the lights off, fan runs, turn the switch off. Fan overruns for about 2 or 3 minutes, I think. It's quite nice, got a little light on it, that one. And then the light for this. DeWalt, sponsor me. No thanks, I like Makita. That one. And then in here, I'm going to test the shaver socket there. And I just got to put some lamps and clean these lights up. And then connect up the pump and the towel rail. Right, that's the difference in the switch Carl was on about. It's like a powder coated white metal switch faceplate with a white plastic switch, and you can just see the difference in colour. It works absolutely fine, but looks a bit naff. But dimmer works superb with these. the loosely goes. Right, there we go. We got the socket, the switch fuse spur with a neon, because it's an elderly customer. I want them to be able to know if they've left the towel rail on, so I put a neon on that one. That will get a 3 amp fuse in there. Bloody blah. Towel mirror. There's the lights with the pulls. I've just got to put the little shades back on. So we're getting there. I've just got to now go upstairs. This pump spurs off a socket upstairs, which is actually the same ring main as this, because this is an extension on the house. So they put one ring main around this whole bit. So it's good. I can do my end-to-ends, etc. upstairs. Socket that does the pump downstairs just spurred off the local ring main. But I must say, people never say I compliment people. The last Sparks who's done this, he's done a reasonable, nice, tidy job, to be fair. I took this box out, and this is like an eaves that is, you can't get to it, so I managed to fish my rods behind here on above the timbers and get this cable out here. Okay. Obviously I had the down lights as well to fish through, which was nice. So I'm just going to do my testing here now, record it. I haven't got time to put it on the iPad, so it's going in the pad, and I'll when I get home I'll sort it out, but it's getting late now. So as you can, I'll split it here, CPCs, 0.94. We shall do the neutrals, 0.93, and the lives. 0.94, so they're all bang on. They're sort of bang on with those, which they should be higher because it's a smaller cable, but it's the way it is sometimes. So we'll record that, connect the pump in, go downstairs, obviously do an earth loop at the pump. It's a sad day. I didn't think my day was going to end like this. My Q-Tech KT64 has just gone pop. Managed to do all my testing, luckily. I was doing an RCD test on that socket circuit. Got a reading, and it's just gone off completely dead. Won't come back on. Batteries are brand spanking new, it just will not come back on. So Q-Tech, if you're watching, you need to send me a new tester. I am joking. I'm gonna have to buy one now. Great, just another cost that I wanted. So take care.